The two teams that were seeded first and second coming into action today, facing off for the third place crown here in the 2025 Central Conference Volleyball Tournament. Number 1 seed Adams Central against number 2 seed Northwest. Patriots were off to a strong start in set 1. Their versatility on offense shone through, and a kill for Isabel DeJonge, who's been their leader in that department for many years. Back to the left pin, it's Kinley Hitchin, who had a brilliant day, led the team in kills. Number 8 in the red with a termination for Adams Central. They're up big midway through the first sets. Getting close to the stretch run now in set 1. The serving game for the Patriots really was a big difference, but Northwest had their pin hitters in form as well. Ellie Payne, and there's Ava Janulevich, number 1 in kills on that team with the termination. Overpass for a kill for Anna Bauer. The freshman for Northwest had a big game trying to keep the Vikings in it down the stretch here in set 1. She had a half dozen kills out of nowhere, really. But set point, another good serve, set things up. Ellie Payne with the tip for Northwest, but Adams Central controls, and they go to their number 1 outside, Isabel DeJonge, for the termination when it counts the most. Adams Central claims set 1, 25-22. Very similar final score in set 2, but a completely different path to get there. After they trailed for the majority of the first set, Northwest had the lead early on in the second set. Stuff block there and a kill ultimately for Northwest. Ellie Payne had a big day, not just in this game, but earlier for Northwest. The freshman outside, the big ret for a kill for Northwest. Their biggest lead came early, 6-3, before Adams Central started to take control. See them there. Ellie Payne once again with another kill from that left pin to tie things up at 19-19. Northwest would lead 20-19, and they would not lead again in set 2. Kinley Hinton again with the left pin kill for Adams Central, continuing to stay in form. One of her match-leading 10 kills. Right back to the pin. It's Kinley Hinton once again. You can see Adams Central, they had some variety on offense, not just left pin hits, but when it came down to it, Kinley Hinton converted. Northwest failed at a couple of match points in their semifinal against York. Adams Central needed only 1 match point to close things out against Northwest here. Good swing, set Northwest back. Ellie Payne couldn't keep the push back in bounds, and Adams Central claims the match and the third place crown. Critical win for them, as they said post-game. 2-0 Adams Central over Northwest in the third place contests.
We're back in Aurora, Nebraska, where the Patriots take care of Northwest of Grand Island, joined now by head coach Libby Lollman. You guys took care of them in short order there, really jumped on that first set. How are you guys able to do that?
I think we like urgency, and we talked 2 out of 3. The game goes fast, and so you almost have to have that good start to kind of set the tone. So I feel like we served very well. I don't know if we had any missed serves or not very many, and serving has been one of our strengths all year. So I feel like we capitalized on that tonight.
It appeared that you guys were able to get off to a really good start both times. You mentioned how you stressed that, but let's give Northwest some credit. They always kind of fought back. You called that late timeout. What was said during that?
We lost a tight 5-setter with them. Very similar situation earlier in the year. So I kind of think that mindset of kind of knowing what they're capable of and urgency of keeping their best players offensively in the back row was huge. And I think that was kind of the thing. But we settled in, and we stayed aggressive at the end of that first set, which I was proud of.
Overall, performing very well here at the conference championships, conference tournament. How does this set you guys up for the second half of the season here?
Yeah, absolutely. I love our conference tournament. It's good. As you can see, York's a 6 seed, so, and they're not. It's so competitive, 1 through 6, and we always say it's anybody's game on Saturday who shows up, and I'm happy with third. I thought we played Lakeview well, and it comes down to just a couple plays. And so, yeah, it sets us up good. I think we're playing, we have 1 triangular on Tuesday before district, so playing, I think, our best volleyball in October.
And what can you tell me about Isabel DeJonge, one of your senior attackers, getting it done out there today?
She does a really good job offensively, but I think her biggest strength, and she'd say the same thing, is her serve and pass. And it's not necessarily always a stat unless you get aces like she did today. But that's been something for 4 years that she's been our steady with and helped us compete in so many games. And so, that's the thing. Without her and that serve and pass, we're a completely different team.
Coach, thank you for your time. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks.
All right, let's bring in our player of the game, Isabel DeJonge. Fantastic game, serving the volleyball, a number of aces to close things out there. How are you feeling?
I feel really good. I mean, that was a big game for us, and we lost that before, so it's good to come back and get our revenge.
Very good, a revenge game there for you. You guys appeared to be kind of loose before the game, a lot of smiles. You guys look like you're having fun out there. Is that the case?
Yeah, we just tried to go in with an open mindset, and this is like a big game for us, so we just wanted to play for each other, and we just had a lot of fun. So,
I asked Coach, I'm going to ask you, how does playing well at the conference tournament here, performing well, you individually having a really strong game there to close things out, how does this set the team up moving forward?
I think not only mentally, because this gets us prepared for what we might see later, because Northwest is a really good team, so this is what we might see later. But also, like our PowerPoints, this is a really good win for us. So.
And real quick, I referenced the setters a couple times. They did such a good job distributing the ball. What's that like playing with multiple setters that look you big hitters up so many times?
It's really good to see them be able to trust everybody on our team, and we have a lot of good communication, so it's easy to set the ball to anybody, and we can trust everybody.
Isabel, congratulations on a great game.
Thank you.
Take a look at how we got here with tonight's top plays. The 2025 Central Conference Volleyball Tournament Championship, it's technically the number 3 seed versus the number 6 seed, it's the number 4 seed versus the number 3 seed, as York won a couple of matches, defeated Columbus Lakeview head-to-head the other night, but here tonight it is all Lakeview. The number 1 team in the tournament coming into things hardly ever trailed in the contest, and they had a lot of different offensive options on full display. There's Katie Rowe, one of her many kills, 3 different players in double figures, solo block out of the middle, rare back row block, solo block courtesy of Addison Anderson, York's leader in that department. Try to keep them afloat here in the first sets. But Sydney Jacobson saves 1 set point for York. They saved 5 match points in their match earlier in the afternoon against Grand Island Northwest just to get to this point. But on the second opportunity for Lakeview, they go right back to Katie Rowe. Her coach called her automatic in this contest. Anytime that Grace Dawson set the ball to number 7, she terminated with one of her match-high 11 kills. Set point, set 1 for Columbus Lakeview, 25-19. Underway in set 2. To the left pin. That was so strong for Lakeview in this contest. That's Riley Boyer with that kill. She had a double-digit game. Callie Helms, number 9, had a double-digit game. A rare miss there for Rowe as she gets turned aside by Addison Anderson. One of her match-high 3 blocks for York, keeping the Dukes afloat. Lakeview, after they trailed 1-0 and 3-2, never trailed again in the contest. Rowe was a big reason why. The connection with her setter in sync. And there's Dawson right back to the left pin. Beautiful approach and a great kill for Riley Boyer, one of the team's leaders in that department. She had a big afternoon as well for Columbus Lakeview. The offense in sync, and Lakeview exacts some revenge on York, who beat them just on Thursday, only their 4th loss of the year. Tonight, it's Lakeview on top. Columbus Lakeview, your tournament champs.
Welcome back to Aurora, Nebraska, where Lakeview takes care of York, Nebraska, secures the Central Conference Championships. Joined now by head coach KC Belitz. Coach, phenomenal match. What are your first initial takeaways?
I think our defense really set the tone in that match. Obviously, we saw York on Thursday, and they beat us in that one, and we probably weren't satisfied with the level of defense we put on the floor there, and so I was really pleased to see us respond to adversity the right way. It was just pretty hard for them to find the floor. Kenzie Grayson played a great match defensively. Riley and Callie, and the block slowed them down a lot. They've got some really nice hitters, and defensively that stands out, and we translated it into offense.
It really set the table for an interesting championship match. Was that the biggest difference from Thursday night, the defense, or did you see something else?
No, that really was it. Otherwise, we had a good match with them. We had some kills. They had some kills. It was a good match. But defensively today, we were at a different level than we were Thursday.
Talk to me a little bit about momentum, because it seemed like any time the Dukes got some momentum, you guys snuffed it right out.
Yeah, I think that was kind of a theme all day for us. In our 3 matches, we were really good side out. And that's such a big deal. If you don't give a run of points to the other team, eventually it's going to work out, right? And we were just really consistent at siding out, and that means we serve received really well today. And that was, I think, also a point of emphasis for us after Thursday night. We put the ball on Grace's hands a lot today, and when we do that, we got a lot of weapons, and it's pretty hard to stop.
You guys have played a challenging schedule thus far. Well, what is a win for this? Getting some hardware, having some fun. What does this do for you guys moving forward?
Well, obviously we're down to it now, and so we've got a really tough triangular on Tuesday night, and then postseason after that. So there's no question this momentum and the good vibes and the good feelings, they absolutely help when you go into Tuesday and then get ready for the Class B state tournament.
What can you tell me about one of your seniors, Katie Rowe, the middle? You said automatic earlier describing her.
Yeah, she really was pretty automatic today, as you saw. If we were able to get her a ball in system, it went down a lot, and that's such a big deal. It goes back to being able to side out. You got to have that option that you know you can count on, and we could count on Katie all day today and all season long. Obviously, she's put up some tremendous numbers, but it's a game changer when you know you've got a side out, and you just about do when we're in system and Grace gives the ball to Katie. They have a great connection.
Thank you, Coach. Congratulations. Katie, what's your name?
Rowe.
Katie Rowe. Everybody knows Katie Rowe. 11 kills. Coach called you automatic in the middle, and you were. It seemed like every time, and it was so quick, the ball got to you, it was down. What does that feel like?
Feels great. I just want to credit that to our passers, Kenzie in the back row, Rally, and Callie and Addie. They just do a great job. And then I also want to credit to Grace because we just work so hard together on it. And she puts in so much work all the time. And so she just really helps it put it all together.
You guys were so versatile today offensively. It wasn't always from the middle. It wasn't always from the outside. What does that do for your offense?
It definitely really helps it. It gives diversity. It just shows it, gives shots from all sides and just so that the other side never knows what's coming, and it just really helps us play our best.
A little bit of a revenge game, right? York got the better of you Thursday. Quick turnaround in a number of games here for the conference championship. What does this one mean to you, being a senior?
It's great stuff. Yeah, it was definitely a revenge game. I think for all of us, we were coming back for vengeance, and York's a great opponent. They put up a lot of great numbers. And it's really great to compete against them, and feels great for all of us.
Mentioned, Coach, you guys have played a challenging schedule thus far, but what does this mean? What does this win mean for you guys moving forward? Right? Got some hardware, got some big smiles down the court right there.
Yeah, it definitely gives us all confidence, especially going in the postseason. I think we're really ready for all of it, and it just helps us know that we're going to do great things in the future.
Katie, thank you for your time. Congratulations.
Thank you.